Let's do some more of those because they can have like some little intricacies is the word I'm trying to say.
Wow, good thing you don't teach English.
Well, okay, yeah. I couldn't agree more.
Okay, me too.
I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah, ditto squared.
Okay, so right here, if we want to solve this for x, we would square root both sides.
Right.
And when we square root in an equation,
you get plus or minus.
You get plus or minus. Now, let's talk about this. That's why this is an intricacy that we're talking about. Like, do we really want to put ourselves through that? Or is this a situation where it would be better just to go the other way?
I'm saying let's go the other way and solve for y.
And here's the reason why. Because if we're going to have this happen, then at some point we're going to have to restrict ourselves to x being positive. Right? Because
we want to look at that at the end, not at the beginning.
Yeah, because I can't take the square root of a negative number. So so we're going to start over and we're going to say, because of that whole square rooting both sides, let's solve this equation instead. So subtract 1 from each side. Well, that was easy.
Oh.
Y minus 1 equals
it's
t.
like that button you can push in the principal's office, that easy button.
Yeah.
Mr. Kofut has. Do you ever walk in?
That was
easy.
I didn't know that. Like the Staples commercial?
Yeah.
Okay, so we plug in y minus 1 where t is in this equation. And then we could like FOIL it out, but not necessary. If we wanted to put this in the calculator, we would be kind of stuck. We would have to be like, square root both sides and get a plus or minus.
But when you square one of the variables, what shape do you get?
In general, if a variable is squared, you get a parabola.
So this is going to be a parabola.
It is, and
not a function parabola though.
No, because it's on the wrong side
sideways.
Here. What actually happens is this is going to be it's going to face right.
Yes.
Because y squared means it opens right or left, and then what is it? Is it down 1? Is that where our vertex is?
I believe so.
Down 1.
I think it is.
And we haven't talked about that yet. Like when we say identify the graph, there's a y squared, so that means this is a parabola. But in case you were curious what it looked like, it will look kind of like that shape-ish.
Actually, when y equals 0, x would be 1.
Well, that could happen. No. Maybe. Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but is that the vertex?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, so that's what I was going to go with. I feel like we just got off tangent. Parabola.
Parabola opening right.
Can we maybe edit part of this out? We have to now. We have to now. Okay, are you ready? We're going to do example 4 now.
Solid.
You got example 1?
All right, eliminating parameter A again.
Again. Example 4. Eliminate the parameter and identify the graph of the parametric curve. So let's look at this. Solve x for t. Solve the x equation for t. So square both sides.
Yeah. I'm cool with that.
Okay. So x squared equals t.
I feel like we're going to have a restriction somehow, though.
We are. One moment. So we plug that in over here, and we get 4x squared. But the restriction we're talking about is what values of t. Well, no, actually, that's not the restriction. Whatever we plug in for t,
you're going
to
get
a positive number because this is a positive square root. So think about it. If you plug in a -2, well, that's not real.
Yeah.
If you plug in 0, you get 0.
Right, which is
okay.
If you
plug in any positive number you want to, you get a positive number.
Right.
So what happens is here, x is going to end up being greater than or equal to 0.
Yeah, there you go.
Although in some ways it may not look like it matters because you square and then it ends up being positive anyway, right? But what that means is when we graph it,
only half a parabola on this case.
It's only half a parabola.
Right.
Yeah. Only the positive x's.
Yeah.
So this is half a
parabola. And this is one of the more subtle details of a parametric equation. Like we look at that and we go, oh, we got 4x squared, that's a parabola, but we're actually only dealing with half of it because of the square root that we had to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.